ahead.
And we're back
with another show
on this beautiful Monday night.
Yes. It's always Monday.
Hello. It's always Monday.
It's always Monday.
We do thank you guys for tuning in once again on
If Wallz Can Talk.
Yay.
You never know how to snap.
I know, I don't. I'm going to get it together though. But tonight we got a special guest for you guys.
So
we want to introduce you to Lilac. Lilac, bring your ass.
Welcome to the show, Lilac.
How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing good always, Parker and Beauty.
Thank you.
I'm talking about.
We're talking about sexual harassment.
Get her right, because Negroes already know not to go there with it.
Hello. Have any of you experienced sexual harassment?
I have.
In the workplace?
In the workplace, out the workplace. I mean,
how about you, Lilac?
Yes, I have.
Was it like in the workplace?
Yes.
Okay. Like what happened?
You give us these one-word answers.
I'm like, we like juice. So was it a boss?
A boss.
But you're a pretty girl. Most women that are very beautiful, it tends to happen.
Well, long story short, I sent my management an email. I was probably more explicit than needed. I was kind of like, hey, I feel uncomfortable. Can you back up a little bit? Understand I'm getting familiar with procedures and policies in this department, but I feel it's unnecessary for me to continuously, be called to your desk so you can watch me walk away.
Oh, wow.
And because he was in a high position of power, it eventually led to my termination.
Really?
That tends to happen a lot, though.
You didn't file a case against it or went to HR against him or anything?
Depends on where you work. If you work at a very, high class, very elevated position, a lot of people are concerned about their jobs and their families and how hard they had to work to get there. True. So you're going to have, when you make a claim like that, you have to have a lot of bones to back it up. And even though you may know it's true, if you don't have enough people in your corner, basically what it boils down to, that are willing to risk their position, then, it's kind of better to be quiet, in my opinion. And it cost me a significant income drop.
Did you go further with the complaint, or you just left it at that?
No, I never went further with the complaint. I just simply let it go because I knew that I'm just a small voice in a big corporate world, so what I had to say really didn't matter.
I think that happens a lot. Most women are.
It does. I was
on,
I believe that was eyesight. 87 to 94% of individuals who are sexually harassed at workplace doesn't say anything. So basically, fear of losing their job,
right, or
not being believed, because most people don't believe you.
That's true, but I think now, especially with this Me Too movement that's going on, I feel like it's a lot of people that are targeting rich and famous, which, don't get me wrong, I believe a lot of them nasty as F and has probably did more than what is being accused. But then there's some that are accusing certain individuals that I just don't believe it because the story just don't seem right. And then next the case is dropped. So I feel like a lot of people are trying to eat.
I mean, I can agree to a certain extent. I think some people drop the case because, like you said, if they're going after powerful people, rich and famous, that's like little on me. I'm middle class. I go after somebody who's high class. They have all this money, these resources. They have the money to put into going to court, getting lawyers. What if I can only afford, a public defender or something like that?
But it's a lot
of pro bono
cases.
That is true, a lot of pro bono cases. But with sexual harassment, it's two types. But you're going to feel intimidated. Oh, okay. They don't believe me because why would he, out of all people, go after me?
And
you know what I'm saying?
Just go in their house, break in their house, cut their dick off while they sleep. That's it.
You know what? A lot of things, it's sad to say, but a lot of sexual offenders are men and women,
yes,
in high places. And the reason why is because a lot of them are heavily involved in the community, heavily involved in church.
Right.
So if they're
Schools.
heavily involved in the community and church, and all you see is an image of how they look or how the community perceives them,
right,
they know 9 times out of 10 that community is going to back them up because they see the man that is fixing HUD housing, or they see the woman giving to children that need shoes and clothes and paying people's rent.
They see the wool clothing the sheep put on, basically.
Right. And so that's why sexual abuse in the workplace is more common and covered up, because they're not just combating that one individual. They're combating, like, if a woman gets raped, there's DNA to back that up.
Right.
But when it comes to touching or inappropriate rubbing
or speaking, it's he say, she say, pretty much.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people worry about their families, like, like me, for instance, I had lost my job.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. I wanted to bring up this nasty motherfucker. Isaac Sanders.
Y'all like I looked up?
Right.
So
cute, right?
Real cute. We in a disco.
He had a lot of power at a university, and he was luring in boys, telling them that he can get them great jobs, he can get them good scholarships, all this other type of stuff, only for a little price. And a little price.
So if I'm saying it correctly, that's a quid pro quo type of harassment.
Right.
Because there's 2 types of sexual harassment.
Okay.
The quid pro quo is more of a harassment for an exchange for, like, favors. Like, okay, you do this, or you let me touch you this way, you're going to gain this. Or if you don't, you're going to be fired.
Right.
So it was similar to that, what he did.
Exactly.
When you're desperate for success or you're desperate for hunger.
Some people result to anything, especially if they
not to have a grown man touching on me.
But if you're young and you don't know
but in college you can't be that young.
But who's to say he hasn't been doing it?
No, he has, which is he nasty. Like I'm surprised he's still living, honestly. Okay, good that they fired him, but I don't think that's enough, because
so he didn't go to jail or anything.
Well, the case is still ongoing. It's too many boys that done came out, and then not even that. What's his name? Hosea.
Oh, you talking about Malik off the game?
Right.
Oh, this is what we're talking about.
He actually came out.
Yeah, he did come forward recently.
He was only 14
when it happened.
I wonder if he was doing this to his kid. I don't put nothing past him.
I mean, that does happen.
That's just sickening.
I think it really boils down to America's justice system, because in other countries, I hate to say it, everybody hates Afghanistan or always talks about their practices. But, you would get stoned for something like that.
Right.
And so it was bad for me to say.
And I'm just saying that.
It's bad for me to say, why is he still living?
Because we live in a different world.
You know how Trump said put him on a grill? I think that we need to have pre-made grills for men and women like that and grill them up.
Yes.
Get some of the old policies back where you hung people. Or, for example, everybody knows if you rob a bank, you're not getting out, especially if it's a federal bank. They need to treat sexual molestation, and because listen, if you have harsh crimes for molestation, then they won't even consider rape. If hey, I will get my genitals cut up, or I'll get burned or cremated alive if I commit this crime. 9 times out of 10, most humans
won't do it. Yeah,
won't. Yeah, it's gonna.
Or they be more secretive.
Right.
But didn't they just robbed TD Bank and they got away?
I know.
It's an ongoing investigation.
Sexual harassment is bigger than most people think.
It is.
Swept up under the rug. Most people are afraid to tell. So, in your sexual harassment experience, did you tell?
No, I did not. And I didn't tell because I was afraid to lose my job, because the guy I was with at the time, he could have took care of both. He did. But I didn't tell because I really didn't want to go through it. Like, I feel like it's a stress on your life sometimes. Most women get sexually harassed all the time. You can walk down the street and get sexually harassed by a man.
Well, that's true. I mean, they do say 54% of women have experienced unwanted sexual advances.
I think it's more than that. It's just
it probably is more than that.
The type of sexual harassment women get, they don't see it as sexual harassment. They see it more as in this dude just trying too hard to get at them, when you're like, no, bruh, stop it. It ain't finna happen. My experience was at a workplace.
Okay.
Everybody at that particular job already thought me and this individual was sleeping around, and this individual was actually head, and he used to always come by my desk, but it was never like he stopped and we had conversation. Walk by, hey, how you doing, Miss Parker? That's it. One day he IM'd me and asked me to come to his office. So I was like, okay. So I'm IMing all my friends like, yo, why is this man asking me to come to his office? Because I was hearing it already, so I didn't know what was going on.
Right.
I was walking over there, and my friends that I seen, she was like, where you going? I was like, he asked me to come to his office. She was like, you know what's going around that y'all messing around? And he married. And I was like, we not messing around. And I've heard it too. And I don't know why he calling me. So I went into his office. He was sitting at his desk. I walked in. He got up, shut the door and the blinds. And I looked around like, bruh. Why? What's going on? So I politely opened the door back. Because I was just like, no, what are you doing? People are already going around talking and saying that we're sleeping together. And then he was like, yeah, I've been hearing that a lot too. But what's wrong with that? What do you mean, what's wrong with that? No, like, you're my boss. Like, you're over everybody. Like, it's never going to happen. So he tried a little harder. And I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this. I left his office. I went back to my desk. He IM'd me a couple times. I didn't respond. He actually started following me on social media and hit me up several times. Wanted to hang out, do a lot more than just hang out. You know, I don't want to go in detail. I've had somebody grab my ass, like some crazy stuff. And then I grabbed their nuts and like, if you ever put your hands on me a fucking again, then it's going to be a fucking problem. And they never did. That was it. But,
and that's
well,
how you
there you
resolve
have
the
it,
issue.
ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
That's how I resolve. Because I'm just like, at the end of the day, my body is my temple. If I don't let you in, you're not welcome to touch or do anything that's not appropriate. And I get it all the time. I remember one time I was in a club and the dude grabbed my ass. I turned around and slapped the dog shit out of him. Don't you ever put your hands on me.
You know what? I want to say that in clubbing, sexual harassment seems like it's supposed to happen. Like,
right, it
they
seems
get
like
upset.
the norm.
Yeah, like a man get mad. Like, how dare you be mad? I slapped your butt and you got on that short skirt. Well, why don't I grab
because
your
some
butt?
people feel that that's the message that women is giving out when they wear these things. Like,
but that's
you
the
wearing
thing.
all this stuff because you want this attention.
No, wrong. No, wrong.
But that's what people
a woman,
perceive it to be.
Oh, she can never be a lesbian. She'll be the man.
What?
She'll be the man. Shut up. I'm talking to you. Shut up.
That's
You gonna do what I said.
Dingling.
You like harassed dingling?
I like, ooh, yeah.
Because you sat there and
Choke
said
me,
if he was your
Fight
type,
me.
he could have did it.
All I know is as a woman should be able whatever she wants because men wear whatever they want. We can't judge
Thank
them.
you.
There's men that show their butts with their pants sagging down
judge
and
them.
a t-shirt.
Big and have a cup here
Yeah.
like they got something and don't.
Okay.
Wow, you said that with some anger, baby.
You right. You
Wow,
absolutely
did
right.
you go through something?
They
However-
do though.
No. Both of y'all are right. A person should be able to wear whatever they want.
That's right.
Without anyone passing judgment. However,
That's why they get a slut walk.
men and women pass judgments or make assumptions based on what a person wears.
True.
Because women see men in jersey shorts or sweats. The first thing they looking for is what? What they look at? No. Women.
But we don't say it. We don't be like,
There are.
"Ew,
We personally may not say it, but there are some women that do. So men get sexually harassed too, and women look
I
at men
agree.
as, oh damn, he
Kissing
got a
me.
big dick, based on what he has on.
But sometimes,
Just as well as they don't have nothing else. That's-
right, little dick.
sometimes,
Like
you
our
know,
last show, little dick.
I'm married now, so I can't say stuff.
Right.
But like I said, sometimes.
So I
Right.
think sexual harassment is not good. Men should not look at a woman based on what she's dressed and assume that, okay, she with it.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
okay,
Agree.
I'm okay to touch her.
Same
'cause she
thing with
wearing
men.
something
Because
tight,
every
showing
woman
her
got
ass.
their own. Every woman has their own style, and not every woman likes to dress like they going to work every day. Not
Or
every
none.
woman like they dress like
Or
they going to the
none.
gym every day.
Right.
I want to
That's
feel
true.
sexy.
Yeah.
When you're opening that up to want that attention, you really can't get mad of what type of
No,
attention.
But see, no,
I'm
this is the
saying
thing.
it's not-
It's
it's-
that mindset. When you
Right.
said, when you open it up, what is it that we're opening up? If I want to walk out the house and little shorts and a tank top, it shouldn't be, I'm worried about opening up a can of worms. Why can't I be comfortable in my own skin, wear what I want, and appreciate my body while I still got it? So I feel like opening it up, that's a mentality that a lot of women have. Because a lot of women like to compete against each other, so they try to downgrade each other. Oh, she looks that, she's probably not a lady, or she's wearing that, she ain't got no money, and she could be dressed super broke and have more money than both y'all wearing Gucci. So what I'm saying is that I feel like any woman, no matter what, don't judge a book by its cover, because you're gonna miss out on a lot of friendships, a lot of blessings, and a lot of good just relationships, period. Because you dress, you know, like when I walk out the house in some short shorts and a tank top, no, because I don't wear shorts.
Wait,
I don't wear shorts.
Y'all not seeing what we seeing,
right?
So,
I don't wear shorts, but I do wear capris and sundresses. So what I'm saying is, if I wear a sundress and it like shows my shape, should I be ashamed how God built me? Oh well, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like every woman is beautiful in my opinion, and I feel like they shouldn't have to worry about being judged by people that don't matter. If them people are not feeding you, clothing you, paying your bills, or enhancing your education, they should have a whole seat. Not everybody making $1 million a year, or not everybody making 6 figures a year. It's the epitome of classy.
Thank you.
And you know, with YouTube and other social media available, it's factual.
I know some people that are big in the front, small in the back. They wear crop tops. They wear whatever they want to wear. Absolutely.
The reason why people get sexually harassed, I feel like, is because we have a culture that tells men, like you said, if you wear a certain thing, or if you talk a certain way, or if you look a certain way, that you're with it. And all of these the many conversations we have revolves around that, because that's not true. Sexual harassment seems acceptable because society tells men that if a woman dresses a certain way, talks a certain way, or if she's on a certain education level system, that she, you know, it's acceptable to touch her or grope her, or make her feel inferior. And it's not, because all women are beautiful no matter your education level, you know, your mental level, your shape, your body, your religion, or your nationality. And I feel like it should be a national respect. And that it's kind of America's fault, because we don't have consequences for people that are molested and raped and touched inappropriate. So when we start beheading people, stoning people, throwing them on the grill, letting people know we serious, that's when things are going to change. Because
I agree. So my violence thing wasn't wrong.
I don't feel bad. All these lawmakers say, oh, Me Too movement, we care about minorities, we care about women getting raped and children getting raped and human trafficking. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would change the laws drastically. Not like, oh, instead of 5 years, it's going to be 25 years. It'll be no, life. You get caught rape, life. You get caught molestation, life. Oh,
you get caught rape, molestation, execution.
Thank you.
I think you should be executed
off the earth. And especially molesting kids.
Why
are you even here?
You know, Texas has a 3 strike you're out system.
No, 1 strike you out.
In Texas?
It need to be 1 strike you out.
Oh, 1 strike. Yeah, but what I'm saying is that, like, they really need to enforce stricter laws. And Americans have to back those laws up, since we have the freedom of voting. You can't say you want change, but you're not willing to adapt to change.
Honestly, I think they're gonna get more smarter, because it's a mental thing. For somebody to be able to want to molest a child, that has to be a mental thing. Something is mentally ill with you to want to do a kid like that. Especially newborn babies.
They do it to elderly people.
All
they
that.
do it to whoever they can get their hands on.
Okay, so no, I used to live in Naples, and I used to work at this one retirement home. The people there are amazing. One particular guy that I knew, that I just found out because I've been over here for over 10 years now, he was molesting and raping the elderly women there.
That's nasty.
Honestly, they need to put something in. Not you get time, not you stay alive.
DNA. Once you have DNA evidence, it should automatically be an execution. If you don't have DNA evidence,
wait. I don't agree with that, because sometimes people like to plant stuff and somebody died for no reason.
I mean,
see, but then that's the political view, and that's why the lawmakers get so tied up in making these very strong laws. So I feel like either we got to be for it or against it. And listen,
somebody that didn't do the crime has to die because the dude was smart enough to plan it to make it look like somebody else did it.
But let me tell you this: nut is very hard to plant, but if they're that strategic,
not if you go on this nut and sperm banks to get money. No, it's not. It's not.
You
somebody can like that one, but like no,
it's okay to lose a good few. Listen, in the Civil War,
oh
we lost.
Oh God!
In the Civil War, we lost a few.
You have to die for the ones that need to die to die.
So they just a casualty of war.
Listen, we do that every day. We do that with our military.
When I said
we do that with the military.
When I said something about violence, you talking about some no crop there.
Because the way you said it, military. Sometimes they die for no reason. But guess what? It's for the greater good for us to have our freedoms that we have today and not live like other countries.
Sometimes I feel like we need to live like other countries.
Can you handle that?
You handle that?
Sometimes we ask for things that we know we really can't handle. We do not ask for sexual harassment.
Right.
That's why we can't handle it. They did say about 9,242 claims of sexual harassment are made every year.
But how much you say? 2,000?
9,000. That's not a lot.
9,242.
When you think about how many
should be there,
right? The reason why I say that's not a lot. That's why they say between 87 and 94% of people don't tell that they were sexually harassed. Fear of anything. Fear of losing their job.
But I agree. Let me tell you why. It's not worth it. Me personally, as a person that lost their job or trying to just ask somebody to back up, I really felt uncomfortable. And the amount of power that they have, I wish I would have kept my mouth shut. You know what I'm saying?
That's just like with voting. People be like, "Oh, my vote don't count because."
Yeah.
But when you have a family to take care of,
that's true.
Sometimes you feel like you think you're doing the right thing, but then when you look back, you be like, "Oh man."
Well, I think of it different because we take a risk every day. Yeah. Every day we wake up and walk out the door, I risk myself of dying in a car accident. So it is hard to put yourself in that position to actually tell. Like when it happened to me, I went right and told that moment. First, I cursed him out, and then I went and told. I went straight to HR. HR said, most companies have chain of commandments. You got to go through this person, that person, No, because you have these sexual harassment policies. Every job has them.
Right.
Every job has a policy. Every job has a hotline that you can call. So if you put these things into place, these resources for me to use, you should be able to believe me.
But you know what? I think a lot of them do that just to keep a company running.
Right. That's true.
Too. They just want that. They just want to make sure they
want
stay
the company
to
keep running. But if you put those resources out there for me, I'm going to use it. I went to HR. They sent me back to his manager. I went to his manager, and he had to go to HR. It did eventually lead to him getting suspended. He came back, and he's apologizing and, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that in this type of way or whatever. No, you didn't mean it in that type of way.
You thought she was a duck.
You didn't, and me out of all people, no, because I cuss your ass out. I tell you, go tell your mama to do it.
No, you don't say your mama. You say your mammy.
Your mammy, I do say your mammy. When he came back, I didn't know it was just a suspension. I thought he was fired. Nah, this ain't gonna work. I'm quitting. Maybe I did it because I knew that they needed me more than I needed the job.
There's a billion people in this world, so we all got different makeup. But True. I think it depends on too what you went through when you was a child too. Sometimes
that's
it's
right.
like when you go through so much, you just don't want to add any additional stress to your life. And depending on what season that woman is in, that's why the rate of telling is so low. Because what if they're in a season where they're just not comfortable, or they don't even know who they are yet.
Well, that's true.
And they don't want to add
in that season of tired of losing and tired of going through things.
Yeah.
That was the season I was in, so I had to tell. I did quit. However, I know that I am. It's not good to get even. It's not good for revenge. None of that stuff. Sometimes you have to let karma deal with people. But when you're younger, and like you say, you don't know what season a person is in. You don't know what season they're in. And the season I was in, revenge had to happen now. My karma had to happen now. Let's just say he couldn't drive his car home. I can't say what else happened because they may come looking for me. But let's just say, I highly doubt that if he ever tries another woman again, he may think twice about it.
That's good. They
don't think about that.
You know what I wish they had? I wish they had like injection needles like people have for insulin.
Oh,
where if you get sexually assaulted, poof, you're dead.
First of all, I need to crawl
like that. I like.
Because you know what? That's instant remission. Not only that, you're saving another molester or pedophile or rapist thousands of dollars. Dead. That's right.
I like that.
And or have that to go as protection. Like, oh, you trying to
like how you have Mace.
Dead.
Like
Ooh, Mace with venom.
Mace with venom.
Woo! I'ma blind you.
You know we should create that. I wonder if we can patent that and sell it.
Okay, so what if we get that type of serum, boop, and but it numbs their body, but they feel all the pain, and then you just like scrape their skin off and cut their fingers off one by one.
So you want to torture
and
somebody?
take their eyeballs out one by one.
I'm not sitting up there doing all that disgusting
just
stuff.
so, like, because if somebody rapes your child or your mom or your family,
I ain't got time.
You're gonna want to do
I'm
that.
gonna send them to the gay community.
Back to sexual harassment, which all of this is all type of harassment and it's sexual and
Right.
it's just,
Agreed.
it's ridiculous.
It is.
It is.
But I like her strength. She said, I went immediately and told.
I told, yeah.
If so many of these young girls had that type of strength.
Do you know what he said to me? I came in one morning. So he was like, oh, why are you looking like that this morning? I'm like, nothing, whatever. What a box is that? I was a data entry clerk for IVAX. Walked in and he said, you look like you had some great sex this morning.
Ooh, what the?
Don't talk to me like that. I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, no, it looked like you probably was sucking a mean. I wonder how your lips feel. And I say, you wonder how your mammy lips feel? Because that's who lips you going to be feeling tonight. What you mean? I'm just saying. No. Fuck, nigga. You don't know me. I'm from the projects. Me, I'm Sharmika in the office, or Shamika, what they call me. My name is Sharmika. I'm Sharmika in the office. Mm-hmm. And then you have your Kiwi, your Beauty, your Pecan Tan, your Project Baby. He must have thought that because when I come to work, I'm real conservative and all of that, that it's okay. I don't talk to people at work most of the time. I come there for a check, get my work done, and that's that.
Boom.
He thought that I was real quiet and a pushover. But then he brought the poker beans out of me. And I cussed that man out so bad, and he just kept standing there like, well, what I did? What did you not do?
But why didn't you just say, well, sir, if this is how I look like, how do you know? Do you know how to suck a mean one? Did you have some good sex this morning?
I should have.
If you're strong enough to tell, you should always tell. But also, I feel like you should, this may be controversial, but don't tell if you're not prepared to deal with the emotional consequences and the financial consequences that may impact your family.
So on that note, if my walls can talk, they would say, if you have any idea to come to me with some sexual harassment, any inappropriate talk, you better be prepared for what's going to come afterwards. I got a gun. I carry it everywhere I go.
She do.
License and register.
Just never fall behind.
If your walls can talk, what would they say?
If my walls could talk, they would say research your job before you apply and read the reviews. Also, just be prepared for battle and line your ducks up in a row if you're going to be bold.
If my walls can talk, they would say, decide to fight that case, go through with it. Because these people need to be, like how she said, stoned.
And beheaded.
Terminated.
Boop, you dead.
You dead.
Okay, what's the color for the night?
So, in closing, we have two colors for the night.
We do?
We do. Well, we have on green.
And she came
So, the color for the night is mean green.
Mm.
So, if you step to me, meet me on the green if you think you mean. My auntie used to say that.
Anyway, they say once you got black, you never go back.
Hello.
First of all, it's sexual harassment.
Okay. So, other color of the night is black. If you don't want your parents to wear black at your funeral, don't sexual harass nobody.
Okay, I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Get your act together, like, for real.
Y'all threatening.
At the end of the day, we still want to pray for the Bahamas.
I was just about to get to that.
Okay, so
they're back on a serious note
Before
we end the show, as we ended the last show.
Right.
The Bahamas is still in stress.
Right.
They're still in need of our help, your help, everyone's help.
Even though Trump didn't want to help them, bring them on to the United States
we're
soil.
not gonna feed into foolishness, which that is foolishness.
No, he's a blatantly racist.
What we're going to do is we're going to ask you guys all to, like we did the last show, if you're able to find a credible organization that you can donate to.
Not the Red Cross.
If it's donating your time, if it's donating items or anything, I suggest that you all try to donate. I did donate.
And you guys, you know, there's jobs over there for $15 an hour if you have a U.S. passport. I know it's not a lot of money, but if you have a U.S. passport,
and it's not even necessarily about the money. I think we should
just
all try to go do it for free.
You can go over there and help rebuild a little bit.
I know for sure that the Fort Lauderdale airport that's on Cypress Creek Road, they do have a tent out where they're accepting donations for the Bahamas. So if any of you live in that area, you can also see if your job has it. I know my job is hosting a drive for donations. I donated a lot of things to them. So on a serious note, I think we should help. Like I said before, it's them today, it could be us tomorrow. You never know if it'll ever be you. So just make sure you use your time wisely.
And if you're in a position of power, please use it for good to benefit people that don't have everything, you know? So if you have skills, use it for good.
Thank you.
Yes, we have someone from the audience who would like to chime in.
Okay, go ahead.
It's unlawful.
Yes.
Right.
There's some things that you can do to protect you. If you journal, when you see it start happening and you don't want to just quit your job,
you log it.
Journal everything this person is saying and doing. It will hold up in court. The only thing about when you try to do it personally, it's a lot of money. So usually if that person is sexual harassing one, he's probably that's why a lot of women start coming and they do a larger what they call it, where several women are going to go against that
like
company,
a class action.
class action suit. So find out from the other people that, you know, kind of discreetly, you know, so-and-so said so-and-so. Did he say anything to you?
Right.
So protect yourself. Don't just walk off your job, and never try to confront them, because they're going to hide their actions. And most of the time, if you go over their head, they call it insubordinate, I think. Usually, the bigger men already know that that man is doing it. So just be discreet in how you handle it.
Right.
Because they can be sued for the action. They're representing that company. So they have to be, they can be held liable as well. I don't know what's wrong with the wives who they are victims as well if their husband
are doing these things and they're protecting them.
But most of the time the women know they married.
Right.
So why don't you go after the woman too? She know.
True.
She know that man's married just as well as he know he's married.
Right.
So two wrongs don't make a right. Why should she get away with messing with your husband?
Right.
True.
I agree.
Both of them. If he gotta pay, hey, I'm the wife. If I'm in that state, because there is some states who's against women messing with people's husbands.
Right.
I would go after her.
Florida ain't one of them.
But you know what? A lot of these,
right.
I hate to say it, but a lot of us choose our partners. And I feel like that the responsibility, I'm going to go after my husband. You hear that, Barry?
If she knew me.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
She know he married.
Neck broke. Neck broke.
Yeah.
Neck broke.
We going to court.
And some of these men, I hate to say it, but some of these men go after weak-minded women.
Yes.
True. And then they build the woman that is weak. They build her self-esteem up so high that then she don't even care that he married, because he didn't got in her emotions and make her feel some type of way. Like,
She a grown woman. She knows she wrong.
but some of these,
nothing about her emotion.
Lilac, we do want to thank you for joining us tonight. We do hope that you'll join us again.
Yes.
On another episode.
We do.
And viewers, we do thank you for watching each and every Monday.
And tuning in to If Wallz Can Talk. Yeah. Why can't we clap?